Send the Predator. Coordinates are set. Several minutes later, 4 Arab-dressed men came out of a building and got into the car. They drove leisurely out of town, heading for the mountains. They didn't see the small pilotless plane approaching, nor were they aware they were being watched on a monitor. The plane released a guided missile, and in seconds the car and its occupants were scattered over the landscape. Lane Palmer and Tom Redhorse were miles from the explosion, heading for a CIA landing strip in the desert. It wasn't much of a strip. Even small planes couldn't land in the dip between 2 sand hills, but a helicopter could. It was a good location, hard to see except from the air. Dust boiled up behind the car as Lane whipped the steering wheel back and forth, avoiding rocks and holes. If it weren't for the seat belt, Tom's head would be bouncing off the ceiling now. He turned and glanced at Lane. "There a reason you're driving so damn fast? We're not being followed." Lane grinned, but kept his hands tightly on the wheel. "I thought you Nez Perce Indians liked fast cars." "Yeah, we do, when we're in control. I'm cramped in here as it is." Lane gave Tom a quick look, still grinning. At 6'4" and 250 pounds, Redhorse did fit tightly in the small car. "Another half hour," Lane said with a bit of sympathy. "I can hardly wait. Lane, did you leave your Hawk guard?" "A whole deck. They're probably scattered all around the wreckage." Tom chuckled. "That should give those Islamic terrorists something to think about. Hawk is back." "Over there, Tom." Lane nodded to his right. "I see the helicopter." He pulled to a stop beside a shed. 3 men stood in front. CIA agent Mike Cooper held out his hand as Lane approached. "Good job, fellas. The Predator released the missile right on target. We watched it on the monitor." "Did you get the bird back safely?" "It's all packed and on the chopper with the electronics." "What do you want to do with my car?" A dark man in Arab garb said, "I will take it. There were no witnesses, so it should be safe to drive. I'll clean up here after you leave." Agent Cooper shook the Arab's hand. "Good luck, Hussein. Keep up your surveillance. We don't mind coming back if you locate any more big ones." Tom guffawed. "Speak for yourself, Mike. I never want to see this place again." "Come on, you two," Lane said. "Let's get the hell out of here. Our pilot's waiting." The 3 climbed aboard the chopper. Then the pilot slowly rose and headed for Egypt. Once on course, Tom leaned back and dozed. Lane looked below and watched the coastline of the Red Sea coming into view, and a little later, the coast of Ethiopia. The pilot turned north, and soon Lane saw the desert of the Sudan. Then came the green Nile Valley. As Tom slept, Agent Cooper studied him for quite some time, then realized Palmer was studying him. He said to Lane, "You two been together long?" "We were in the Rangers together." "And now you're with the FBI?" "That's right." "What's the FBI doing over here? Did the CIA call for assistance?" Lane gave Cooper a cold stare that made the agent wish he had not asked. "Weren't you briefed at the embassy?" Lane questioned. "Only that 2 men from the FBI were coming on special assignment. I was told to follow your orders." "And you did, Agent Cooper. When I called and gave you the coordinates, you sent that little fella out on a perfect course. Released the missile when it was in range of its target. I was worried you wouldn't be able to get it to return, but I see you had no problem." "Can you tell me where you're going next, or is that confidential?" "I can tell you. As soon as I report to your station chief, Tom and I will catch a commercial flight back to Washington. After that..."